Hi, my name is Robert Townsend, and it's hard to make a movie in Hollywood, but I did, with the help of a few friends and a few credit cards.
Hollywood Shuffle was released in 1987, and it is directed by the legendary Robert Townsend, and he's legendary for two reasons in my opinion. One, he is the first live action black superhero with Meteor Man. And two, Hollywood Shuffle is his directorial debut. And so with that being said, Robert Townsend with this movie not only put his stamp on Hollywood, but he let them know who he was and that he meant business. So what this film does is it critiques the Hollywood system. It critiques the stereotypical roles that are usually given to black actors. So Robert Townsend basically plays himself in this movie. He's an aspiring young black actor, and he lives at home with his mom and his grandma and his little brother, and he's just trying to make it. He works at this place called Winky Dinky Dog with Keenan Ivory Wayans and Fat Boy, which is the character's name.
My man Tiny ready to kick your ass.
I ain't afraid of Tiny. Tiny ain't kicking my ass. I wish he would bring his big, fat ass.
Ain't no point, because you just a stupid motherfucker, man. You fucking stupid, man.
And he's constantly calling out for work, going on these auditions, and he has an audition for a role of a lifetime in this movie called Jive Time, Jimmy's Revenge, where he really wants to play this lead gangster named Afro, who is the leader of the Afro gang.
I loved it, this dude, baby.
No, you get out of the Cadillac. He's a bad mofo, you know. You, Shonda Kwanda Nikwa, I know you're holding out on me, ho. And then I want you to say, biatch, biatch, biatch.
Oh, no.
And do it again this time, and this time stick your ass out. Can you stick your ass out? You black guys have big asses. Can you move your big ass around?
Oh, my God.
You know, okay, you want me to do it? Okay, hold your cock. Or do you call dick? Do you say dick, cock, dick? Hold your cock.
Is that a direction, Robert?
This is real. And so then...
What has this director directed before?
Don't try to be cool. Call Hollywood's first black acting school.
I don't know jack diddly squat about the Hollywood system, how they cast actors and what kinds of roles people get and what they're offered, but from what I have heard is that usually with black actors, they don't get the kinds of roles that you'd say a white actor would get. Like from what I heard with Michael Jai White, who is a handsome man, he knows martial arts, he's physically fit. He said it in his own words.
I've had some of the craziest stuff said to me, you know, coming up. I've had a person that was running a studio tell me in a meeting, man, with your talent, your comedic ability, your leading man abilities, your action abilities, you could be as big as Tom Cruise. Too bad you're black.
Ooh. See where I'm coming from, you jive, motherfucker!
And quite honestly, I hate talking about race. I hate talking about black, white, all this kind of stuff because it's stupid. We're all human beings, bro. You can roll your eyes, all whatever, but we're all human beings. We're all God's children. We're all children of the universe. Whatever you believe in, don't matter. We're all the same. We all bleed, sweat, eat, cry, love, laugh. We're all human beings, regardless of our skin color. So all this racist is stupid. But I digress. Anyways.
That's good. You work. All right, you try it.
You fucking mothers.
No, that's wrong. Watch me, man. Just be cool. Jive, tricky motherfucker! Good work.
That's only the beginning.
You know, as an actor, I just want to do everything. And I didn't know that they would put me in a box. And that's, you know, and Hollywood Shuffle was about breaking out of that box.
There are segments all throughout this movie that are funny. This movie is absolutely hilarious. But the standout segments to me, one of them, besides, you know, the black acting school.
What's up, man?
That leads to a pretty funny parody of our show where thumbs up and thumbs down are given to some movies, and so are some other hand gestures that we haven't either had the brains or the audacity to use.
And now you fast forward to this day, everybody's a critic, everybody's a reviewer, even someone who has no credentials, such as myself, just a lazy bum who loves movies and loves to talk about movies all damn day, can come on YouTube and talk about movies.
We both gave thumbs down to that classical shit, Amadeus meets Hilarious. I get tired of titles I can't pronounce and shit. If you want people to come and see it, a motherfucker gotta be able to tell his woman where he gonna take her. You gonna lean over to your woman and say, I'm taking you to, I'm a duh. You know what I mean? I didn't like it.
The hits don't stop with this movie because I almost forgot. There is a segment in this movie where the casting directors are looking for an Eddie Murphy type.
There's a message on my answering machine from Eddie Murphy, and it's like, Rob, everybody talking about Hollywood Shuffle, when can I see it? And so I'm like, oh, and Keenan was like,
right, now you're nervous.
Now, so we have a screening at Photochem in Burbank for Eddie and like his entourage, you know. What we're looking for is an Eddie Murphy type, and then the room is dead. And then I'm like, oh God. I hear one of his bodyguards, Eddie, they just said your name, Eddie, they just said your name. What is this bullshit? All of a sudden, Eddie starts laughing, and he just starts like, oh, this is wrong. This is messed up. Why y'all do me like that? Why y'all do me like that? Rob, Keenan, ah! I go over to apologize, you know, and I said, hey, man, if you were offended by that scene in the movie, Keenan wrote it. No, just kidding. He says, look, I'm getting ready to do this concert film, and I'm looking for a director. Shut up. You want to direct it? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, it's yours, and it's gonna be called Raw. Okay. And it was like, and I was like, whoa. And then we started to jam.
And then there are more segments in this movie that are absolutely amazing. Like, for example, the whole take on the noir detective scene with the segment called Death of a Breakdancer.
She was a good kisser, but her breath was stinking.
We got Robert Townsend in the fantasy film Noir Land, and they do it in black and white, and you got the narration in there, and I love it, man. You got Robert Townsend there playing the detective, doing his thing, talking to Keaton Ivory Williams, who has, you know, the Jerry curl, and he's got the activator, and man, just mwah, 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 comedy gold. Her breath was stinking, but so what? You don't return a Rolls Royce just because it has a dent in it. One of my favorite scenes in this movie, along with a lot of favorite scenes, but this scene is not made for laughs. This scene is made for emotion, where Bobby, Robert Townsend's character, is, you know, he's just conflicted about whether he should play this part or not. So he goes, I think it's his uncle's barbershop. He goes there and he tries to get advice. And it's this beautiful shot, the way it's shot, the way it's directed, and you hear the music in the background of the singing. I got a little teary-eyed with this scene because he's talking about his dreams, his uncle talking about his dreams and, you know, how he could have been somebody, but he let all the negative voices get to him, and now he's at where he's at now, and he tries to encourage Bobby, like, man, you can do it. You can win that Oscar one day and all this kind of stuff. And it's a very good moment, the way it's shot and everything. I love it. Mwah.
You don't have what it takes to make it in this industry. What? You won't make it. You don't have it. Are you done? Are you through?
An actual adult said that?
Teacher, yes.
Don't ever let anybody take away your dream.
I had a moment, and I had this moment where I go, she doesn't know me. She doesn't know who I am. She doesn't know what my talent is, what's inside of me. And I shook it off, and I said, I got to see for myself.
He just wants to make his first big break. So he goes to do this role. Jimmy goes in there, he delivers the performance, but he sees his grandmother with disappointment on her face, along with his little brother with disappointment on his face. And he says, I just can't play this. I can't do this. This is stupid. They kick Bobby off the set.
There's always work at the post office.
My grandmother was a hater, but she was looking out for me. You gonna be in show business? You don't know anybody in show business. What do you know about show business? How do you know you're good? How do you know? And you know, she wanted me to work at the post office because everybody was working at the post office was making good money, and I could have been a supervisor at the post office. I had a mantra going, yes, I can. And what she said went through this ear and went out that ear. Yes, I can. I will make it. I will make it. I'm not going to disrespect her. I will make it.
The hits don't stop coming, because I love it when movies, during their end credit sequences, they just have a party. They're like, yeah, nobody stays and watches the credits, but we're going to have a party. We're going to be doing some crazy and with the end credits in this, bro, and Robert Townsend, man, this movie, Robert Townsend, all of this, just this whole experience, this movie, Hollywood Shuffle, I love it. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I love it because it gives me fuel. The movie itself gives me fuel. And then when you look up the behind the scenes nature of how this film came to be, it gives me more fuel and more joy out of life. And I love this movie. I absolutely love Hollywood Shuffle. It is absolutely hilarious and beautiful from beginning all the way to the end, to the damn end credits, bro. It's a party, bro. I love Hollywood Shuffle. That's all I have to say.
Anyway, after getting my degree from the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, I decided to come to Hollywood and do some movies.
My soul and mama, she don't know. Would you like to see it a different way, please? I studied at Harvard, Yale. I was in the theater department over there. All right. And action.
What it is, bro? I ain't afraid of you. What is happening with your cool vines?
You knows we be. So you just go like, this is kind of crazy. So it came out of there, just the love, and then we found it funny.